Hello, greetings from Mystic Moons. And to all Mystic Moon subscribers and listeners out there, shout out. You can win. You can win. We can win. And we can win. We can win. It's the end of the year. It's called a reflection of what did we do this year. And how are we gonna wrap this year up? Winners? Yes. Yes. We can win. And the first way that we can start winning is maybe we can win one of these. Maybe we can win one of these lucky lotto numbers. Lotto. Win 5, win 3. I don't know that much about them, but other than, Mega Million, you play 5 and then you play on the side. However, why can't we win? Why can't we win? And of course, we do know that numbers are not the same as images and sound frequencies. Numbers are different. Numbers are a different type of design, different type of magic, different type of vibration. Numbers. Numbers don't scream out like sound. No, numbers don't. Design. Numbers are very much into design. So many degrees of longitude, latitude, and whatever you call it in the galaxies. I don't know. But I could look it up and find out for the next time. However, numbers. Wouldn't it be nice to start this year on a note that we won something? 500, 5,000, 500,000, 5 million. Hey, it's all good. All good. And can we win? Yeah, we can win. But it's going to take some special energies. Special energies. Special energies to win. First of all, you got to have the right attitude. You got to have, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. How are we going to be winning? Well, let's start with some luck. Luck. Okay. Now, Tuesday, tomorrow at 10 o'clock is the Mega Million. I already got one set of numbers, but let's try for like the second. $2 a ticket. And we might as well be playing this stuff until they raise it to $5. Then we're going to have to think twice. But however, maybe if we get really good at this, it will be a snap. A snap. Right? A snap. So let's see what kind of numbers in my head. Shout out and give me a number. Now, number. Now this is for a whole new set of 5, the plus a lucky. Now, what kind of numbers do I see in my head? I see lots of numbers floating around. I see 42. Let's see 42. Let me shuffle this deck. Now 42. The whole thing is I take 4 cards. Now if I have 4 cards, each one is worth 25 points, 25%. And if I get like 75 or 100%, that number's in. Now if I get 50-50, I scratch it off. It could be a good number, but I'm not going for it. You can. But to me, I have to see, and if I get all 4 downers, 4 downer cards, then of course that's a total wipeout. But I go for 75% and 100% of the number. Now, I really think that with all the human possibilities and capabilities that we all have, we should be able to predict the numbers. We can time leap, time jump, and get those lucky numbers. And yeah, this is a form of gambling, but come on, it's only a couple of bucks. And this is our fun. And it's also a game of chance. And we do know, of course, I always say each time, that we do know that, systems are not exactly legitimate and being naive to think that it was all game of chance, but hey, we'll play it anyway. We'll play it. All right, so I said number 42. Number 42. Give me 42. 4 cards to say 42 is part of the Mega Million. 42 is it part of the Mega Million? 42. 42. 42. All right, now 42. Okay, take this one, and we'll take this one. Now, let's see if this 42 is going to be part of the Mega Million. Wow, look at that. Ooh, I say yes. I'm going to use the number 42 because we have strength, we have the sun, we have the Empress, and we have together 2, we have partnership. And we have, of course, pentacles, 2 of pentacles. All right, I'm saying 42 is one of the numbers, 42. Okay, 42 is an in. 42 is an in. Now, what's the next in? Next in. Let me shuffle again. And we got 5 numbers. We got 5 more to go. 5 more numbers to go and see if there can be a winner in Tuesday's Mega Million. And let's see what other numbers coming into my head. Oh, so we got 42. No, anything in the 20s hitting me. 20s. 42. 27. 27 or 29. 27. Let's try 29, okay? Let's try 29. Is 29 going to be a hit? 29. 29 going to be a hit. In the Mega Million Tuesday night. I don't even know what the prize is, but it's going to be more than like you or I have right now, so we can go for it. Okay, so we said 29. Is 29 going to be a hit? We'll take this one, this one, and this one, and this one. Okay. Now we'll take 4 cards and we'll see if we got a winner with the. Oh, look at that. Okay. Now we have the Sun again. We have Magician. And we have the Appraisal card. And we have the Tower. We have the Tower. That's kind of like, okay, so these are positive. Now, appraising something is still being cautious. It's kind of like those in-between things. Let's see what kind of tower this is, first of all. This is a bad tower. All right, let's see if this is a bad tower. Let's see, now 20, I'll take out 2 cards. Okay, these 2 cards. Okay, these 2 cards are going to say if this is a bad tower. No, actually, it means I'm getting cash. Look at this. We have the Fool, and we have the Ace of Cups. So this is like the end of this is the end of something and beginning of something new. So this is a good tower. I would say, okay, so this is good. 75%. And then this little iffy thing here, 7 of Pentacles. That seems to me, if we hit it right, we're going to be planning on what to do with our windfall. So I would say 29 is definitely a number. So far we have 42 and 29. I like it so far. Now are we finished with the 20s? Are we finished with the 20s? I'm writing these numbers down because I'm playing them myself. And I'm just like, including everybody else. But if you want to have a personal reading, if you want to have your own set of private numbers, hey, or anything else, just, hey, contact me. Shout out in the comments. I mean, why can't we win something? It's the hardest thing to like win something. It's like you say, being lucky. But if we were really doing it, I mean, we're kind of like time leaping. Why can't we time leap? Why can't we project remote view into what the cards are going to be, what the numbers are going to be, what the numbers are going to be? Okay, right now I'm right there with those round balls coming out of the wheel, the hamster wheel, whatever they call it. When the people are choosing the Mega Million numbers. Let's see now. What number do I see? It's going to in the 20s. Do I see any more numbers in the 20s? The 20s. 23. Do I see a 23? Let's see if we see a 23. A 23. Let's see, 23. There you go. The hardest thing too, okay, so you go up to, play one of these games with chance. You put your birthday, your kid's birthday, your wife's birthday, your cat's birthday, your dog's birthday. You put your telephone number in, and we'll see. That could work. This is just some way else of doing it. So now we're seeing the number 23. This speaks to me. 23. This is going something about 23. Give me the number 23. Is it going to be a good one? Okay. I have 4 cards, each representing 25%. Okay, 23. Repeat. Repeat of these two. Well, we have the 8 of Swords. And we have Justice. I don't know. Justice. Justice. Now, we all know that justice could be not exactly fair. We know that. So it's a kind of like an in-between, just like this 7 of Pentacles, appraising a situation. And then we have this, this 8 of Swords. And I'm going to like bail out. The 8 of Swords is negative. The 2 of Pentacles is positive. Now, how do I feel about just this one here? And we're talking about the number 23. Let's just take a little quickie here and see what this 7 of Pentacles is all about. 7 of Pentacles. Is this a good 7 of Pentacles? Is it really pondering the situation, or is it overthought? Overthought. This time leaping doesn't really get you. You don't think about time leaping, remote viewing. You just jump in there. Well, you think about it, but you just do it. Okay, that's 2 cards here. Now let's see. Are these? 9 of Swords and also the Ace of Wands. Winning and losing. Winning and losing. That's what we're debating about. Are we going to win or are we going to lose Mega Millions tomorrow? 23. I don't know. I'm going to it's still, okay, let's take one more card on this. If it comes up positive, we'll seriously consider it. Okay? Let's see. 23. All right. Now, 23. No, we won't use it. 23 is out. I'm not going to use 23. 23 has too many red flags. I'm not going to use 23. Okay, so we have 2 numbers so far. We still have 5 numbers to go. 5 numbers. What are these numbers? Does anybody have any comment, any idea? Should we use a 7, a single digit? 7, 5. Of course, 5 is such a beautiful number. It's already been made in classical painting. The artist who did it escapes me right now, but it is a great number. 5. Shall we do 5? 5. Let's see. If 5 is one of the hot numbers. 5. What does 5 mean? Is 5 going to be on the Mega Million? It's just like trying to get into numbers. I mean, why can't we do this? Why can't we remote view to winnings? And of course, people say you should not use psychic powers to do blah, 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 blah. I say, why not? Why not? Why can't we? Of course, it takes training, and this is what we're doing right now. We're training. Like, getting in shape, doing push-ups. When you want to run a relay race, you got to warm up, loosen up. Okay. So we have the Lovers, positive. We have the Knight of Pentacles, that's positive. And we have the 75%. That was the number 5. And this is the Knight of Swords. And this is the Hangman. I'm going to take this as a good one. 75% is good for me. So that's number 5. 5. All right, we have 3 numbers now. We're trying to get to see who can we possibly get numbers. This is just a little something throwing in here. Trying to see if we can get the Mega Million tomorrow numbers. Why not? Why not? Or something other, game of chance. As I'm definitely taking games of chance. Seriously. Why not? Why not? Hey, everybody's dreamed of it. Let's just see. What other numbers can we have? Let's say have a teen number. What kind of teen number? 13? 13? 13. Okay, let's try 13. All right, is 13 a winner? 13, four numbers, each, four cards rather, each representing 25% of something, of either pro using 13. The number 13. Number 13. Perhaps it's a little early on the digestive system to think about winning, but it's never too early to win. Okay. Look at these. Well, we got 75% going for it. 75%. 13. And we got one, the 10 of swords. Let's look at this 10 of swords. Because that is a... Let's just take two cards on the 10 of swords and see, even though 75% is, again, is a ruling, I'm going for it. I just want to see. Well, the ego and the ego card, Four of Pentacles, and we have the Eight of Wands. All right, it doesn't bother me. You got to have a lot of ego to like play, think you're going to win anyway, right? It's all about bringing the luck to you, bringing the winnings to you. Okay, one more. Nah. Well, it seems like, excuse me. This 10 of swords is a heavy 10 of swords. And it has like connotations. I don't like that. But we have this 75%. Let's put this as a... I'm going to like also put it down because we have 75%, even though 1% is lousy. So we did put 13. I'm going to put a question mark over that because of the 10 of swords. However, I do like the fact that 75% chance of getting it. Right? 75%. Now we need two more numbers. No, three more numbers. Three more numbers. Three more numbers. Anybody want to poke around with a number, or is it just wondering, what are you doing? We're trying to get some quick cash. Why not? We're trying to see if we can like get numbers that could be lucky numbers. And since numbers are different than designs, or different type of designs, or different than like people, visuals, sounds, numbers are quiet. They're quieter. So we're trying to take a remote leap into the future. We're almost time traveling. Time traveling to tomorrow at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whenever they do it. All right, let's see now. It's EST time. What number? What number? What number can we have? Shall we do something within the 50s? Anybody have any number out there they like to drop on by? What number? What number can we possibly think it could be? A hot number. Teen number again. How about the number 11? How about the number 11? Let's try the number 11. Okay? Let's try 11. 11. Okay, we'll try the number 11. Okay, 11. 11. Let's see the number 11. Just taking 4 random cards and see if we can get somewhere with it. All right? The number 11. And, okay. Well, we have the Fool, we have the World, and we have the Work card, and we have the 7 of Wands. 75%? Number 11. I'm going with it. All right. Now we have 2 more cards to pull. Two more numbers to get. Anyone have anything? 2 more numbers to get. Well, I'm playing these numbers and seeing if. Let's see now. Is this number going? Is this number going? All right. Now what number should we do? Is it in the 20s? Is it in the 30s? 30. 30s. Somehow 37 is sticking in my head. 37. Let's see. Does 37 give me anything? Does 37 give me anything? 37. 1. Actually, I like this one more than that one. 37. Pull this one. 37. Take this one. 37. Take this one. Okay, 4 numbers, and we'll see, does 37 rock my boat? Ooh, yes. Yes, the Page of Cups, the Strength card, Temperance, and we have the King of Cups, and we have the Queen of Swords. 37. No, we said 27. 27. No, what did we say? Wait a second. We said 37. Okay. Now we have one more call, one more number, and then we can see. One more number. What should we do? One more number. Shall we get something in the 50s? The 50s. Something in the 50s. 54. Let's try 54. That sounds like a good number. 54. 54. 54. 54. Let's turn all these cards over. 54. 54. 54. Is that speaking to anybody? 54. All right. 54. 54. 54. 54. All right. Okay, so let's see if 54 is part of it. 50-50. No, it's almost 75 against and 1 hot for it. So 54 is not the number. I would not use 54 myself. Not entitled to, not feeling it. 54. All right, another 50s. What kind of number? Actually, I'm seeing something in the 60s. How about 66? 66. Let's do both. 66. 66. Number 66. 66. 66. Okay, let's see if these four numbers line up. Oh, yeah. 66. Okay, so there I have my, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I picked 7, an extra. Well, I got an extra. Okay. So, now, so we did that. We did that, and we'll see who wins if any of those numbers are, if we're on the right track, right? But still, shout out if you're winning. If you're going to win, are you winning? You're going to win. You're going to win love. You're going to win the career you want. And no matter how much stuff is thrown at you, you're not going to let it bog you down, right? You're not going to like succumb to going, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. Yes, it's a little more, you got to dig a little deeper. You got to like lift a little harder. And sometimes that's just the way it is. Now, and you could say, like in career-wise, you can say, oh, my job is going to be outsourced. Yeah, that happens. Or my job is going to be taken over by AI. Well, besides AI, there's also NI. You know what NI is? NI? NI is natural intelligence. Natural. And I'm not just limiting it to the basics. We do have a lot of abilities. We can be clairvoyant. We can be psychokinesis, psychoconnectus. So we can be a lot of things. We can do a lot of things that have not been explored. Why not? Why not? Who's to say you're not one of those who could do those things? You can make things happen. You can make things happen legitimately by raising up your frequency, raising up your power level, power up. Some of the best things that came out of anime are all those ones that like power up. You lift a lot of weights, you do a lot of exercise, you push your physical body to its limits, that you make yourself energetic. Make yourself energetic. Don't succumb to the box, inside the box, inside the jar. Don't succumb to that, because that's when you get labeled, sandwiched, and stored. And human creativity cannot be stored in that manner without losing some of its steam. Natural natural intelligence. And natural intelligence is also, there's three things going on right now. There's AI, artificial intelligence. There's NI, natural intelligence, and then there's I. Now, I is in the intelligence. Intelligence is an AKA word for spirits, other beings. So we have intelligence around us. We do have intelligence. We also have natural intelligence. Now, natural intelligence should be able to fuse to a degree, and it does, with intelligence around us, because that's the whole point of having natural intelligence. And of course, if you hook yourself up with too much machine intelligence, machinery, then that's when you lose out. Your natural intelligence becomes like a balloon. You become deflated. You can't win. But you can win if you resist. Resist this will make life easier. No, it doesn't. It makes you more stupid, more reliant. And yes, Yes, it's like a vacuum cleaner. It's easier to use your vacuum and clean up your rug than it is to get down on your hands and knees and brush out the stuff. That's we're not talking about that. We're talking about surrendering, surrendering. And why should you surrender when you should be, playing ball? You should be ping ponging. You should be tit for tat. You should throw that stuff right back in the face because we have to make a whole new system in which there's more room to move around. There's more room to do things. There's more room. So once you have more room, of course, your chances of like being a winner is increased because you have more space to cover, you have more space to exercise, you have more space to pull some punches, deal blow by blow. And I really think that even today there's an article out somewhere of saying that scientists, the holy clergy of modernity, have discovered, of course they knew about it before, but they decided they're going to tease us a little, the people, that there's been an ancient, undisclosed, they're going to say undiscovered, of course they knew about it, undisclosed species that are integrated at the same time that we were integrated into the ecosystem. Okay? So now, apparently, besides Neanderthal and Cro-Magnon man and maybe hobbits, there's something else, some other species. Now, I haven't read the article or anything, but there's so much. There's so much. Is it the giants? Is it the race that made all these huge things? Well, check it out. A new species has been announced. Announced. And there are species that live intelligence that live longer than we do. So naturally, maybe they live like our equivalent of 1,500 years or more. So of course, and let's just assume that they have advanced technology, which they do. And because if you live that long enough, you're going to definitely have things going for you. And let's just assume they come back. They come back because they buried something or they want to get something. When you go back to, it's like think of Earth as being like a storage unit. You go back and forth and time to time, and I mean where your things are, but you go back and forth in there and go grab something. So what if, let's say they come back and they said, oh my God, these humans, look at these little humans, look at the mess they're making, look at they're not like using their gifts. But wait a minute, there are some that are using their gifts. There are some that are striving to reach their potential. Well, the scenarios are endless. The scenarios are endless. But that's what I mean. You can win. Shout out. You can win. You're a winner. You are a winner. But how to do that? How to get there? How to get there? How to win? How to, well, it's easy to know how to lose. You just stay in bed and you just like, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me. Yes, it's uncomfortable to grow because it's like your favorite shoes. You put them on, and all of a sudden you realize your feet got too wide, your feet got too big. You can no longer wear those shoes. That's kind of like almost like a snake. Reptilians, they shed their outer skin, and it's definitely, it's got to be a bit painful. But once they get their shiny new outer coating, protective, whatever you call it, then they're like, hey, I can do this and that, and I'm bigger. Well, we can be bigger. We can do this. Not to compare ourselves to reptilians. However, I'm just simply saying growth is not pain. It's not easy. Sometimes it's painful, and you also get a newness, as the end of the year signifies for us. The end of the year. And the beginning of something else. And we wanted something positive, right? So we're just seeing, we're playing around with numbers. We gave the chance. Why not? Numbers. The numbers. Set of threes, set of fours, set of sixes. I don't know all of the games of chance, but I know you do have to have a certain amount of numbers, a set. And hats off to those who just get those numbers right. And it's something just to test yourself. It's a testing. It's a testing. Do I have the time jump ability? Can I remote view? Can I possibly trigger others to remote view? Oh, incidentally, too, remote viewing is seriously not a fantasy. They have military remote viewers. Remote viewing. Remote viewing is, and most definitely, a reality. Just like making things appear out of the ether is also a reality. But are they going to teach you how to do this? No. Can you feel it? Yes. Yes. Now I'm not saying we all should become spiritualists and make things come out of the air. I'm not saying that. I'm saying to be the best you can be. And sometimes you get, that's where that you're the most comfortable and where you feel you are growing. Growing, 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 growing. Right? Do you want to grow? Do you want to learn? Do you want to have that new job? Do you want to have that new love? Do you want to have the best for your family? I think my kitty cat wants to go to make the potty. So, excuse me. I think I have to take my pussycat. You see, when I do my kitty cat cards, I'm homing in on my four cats, their energies. Their energies. Pagan kitties. They're just pagan kitties. So I'll be right back. My cat's being testy. He's going to sit out for a while. Anyway, how are you going to end up winning for this year? Has it been a good year for you? Have you had trials and tribulations, joys and successes, landmarks, landmines? What? And do you feel that, how do you feel about this coming year? Have you put down guidelines and plans? I mean, New Year's resolution, this is not that. This is just our self imposed evaluation of where you're at and what you want to do and what you have to do, too. That's a little loaded, right? That's a little loaded. And of course, you want to share your life with someone as well as your pets. Sometimes with pets, we have a game of wills, no Williams wills. But the thing is, it's like, what is it going to take? And sometimes you hear about things in the news and you think, ah, police, or just like, gee, that can never happen to me. Well, it's not going to happen to you, but because you are you and them, and they are they, or they are them. You have your own destiny. You have your own path, and that's to be welcomed. You think about in Western cultures, they do a lot of comparisons. No, compare yourself. You are the winner. You know what you need to do, right? Or maybe you don't. Maybe you want to talk about it. Excuse me. What do you have to do? What's it going to take to get you on the winning path? Love, job, cash, assets, property. And then you see people who seem to have all those attributes, and they're more lost than a bunny that's been in the cage all its life, set free. Maybe they have been in a cage. Who knows? But the thing to do is to realize what you need to get done, where you need to be. Do you need to be on the top? Do you need to be in the middle? And what kind of cycle are you in? What kind of cycle? Are you on a tricycle? Tricycle? Bicycle? Bisexual? Hmm. Bisexual. How did that come out? Bicycle. Tricycle. It's almost the same. Words are funny that way, especially in English. There's lots of double meanings. And we take our society and, with their programmable hallmarks for your biology, your biological age. You should have this done, you should have that done, you should blah, blah, blah. You should, you should. Those are the two words that are kind of irritating. Instead of like, why don't you try this? Try that. Or how about learning, let me show you something without being on boss and you're a moron type of thing. That kind of attitude, which is kind of irritating, which is not kind of, which is irritating. And but people throw out those barbs. You have to, of course, you realize it, to slow your growth down, to slow down your success. So you got to overlook a lot of stuff and think about the broader picture of becoming the winner. And you want to shout out, "I win, you win, you win," and all these things are possible. They're possible. They are possible. And if you'd like a reading about possibilities, probabilities, destinies, fulfillment, in love, business, gain a chance. Go for it. Go for it.
Maybe my possibility.
Your possibilities are hot. Your possibilities are hot. Hotness, hotness, hotness. And if your possibilities are like cooled out, it's only because you're on the right path and you got to put some more time before you graduate to the next level of blasters. Blasters. It's like making a building, getting a good foundation before you like open the windows. Try it. I mean, just try to see where you want to go, what you want to do. What are your aspirations? Besides taking care of today's business, is next week's business. There's a month from now. There's this next season's spring business. Where do you want to be next spring? Where can you be next spring? And then you think of like the people that are like yak, 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 yak in front of you. And then or in the paper, in the newspaper, and they're like, I mean, they could just like zip their on their jets, go here, go there, and you're like, trotting along, taking the train, taking the bus, or your car going pop, 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 pop. And where are we being led? That's another thing. You can't let yourself be disillusioned by the progress that seemingly is being made or not being made. Because you have to look upon the whole broad picture, the scale. And you could think that, the scale is like tipped against you or in somebody else's direction. Yes and no. Because if we really use our full potential, like there's some organizations that are out there that they say a genius in the United States, the genius of human culture societies are only using 15% of our potential. 15%. The people that seem to luck, and be very smart, are using a teeny, weeny portion of their capabilities. And that's the whole thing. I think so many times prophets and high level spiritual people in different industries, high vibration people, they keep on striving. Striving for what? You can ask. The bellies are full. It's not. There's something beyond having a full belly and a splendorous castle. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. The unsaid, the unsaid, the unsaid, the unseen, the unsaid. If they really told you, I mean, I think that there is a 12-step program or a 6-step or 3-step program that you could just time leap to go someplace else, to go where you want to go. And I don't mean studying, reading like 26 books and writing 20,000 word essays. That's just a training exercise, but I don't think you really have to do that. But you have to do some kind of system that you train yourself, some kind of system. And I think it is common knowledge. But then again, that would, if they really put it out there, it might just rock the boat. It might just destroy the foundation of hierarchy, of the triangle, the big on the bottom, narrow at the top, pyramid type things, of which I'm not into that. Round table, sharing, because we move as a planetary species, we move faster and more powerful if we do not have a selfish point. It's hard not to. Nobody's a saint. But what is it going to get us? And every day we see orbs, we see this, we see that. As if stuff is coming from us, at us humans, from all angles, as well as wanting to succeed and have personal success. Having personal success, personal love, personal job growth, personal careers. This is what I want to do. If you want to be a gardener, I raise the very best roses, squashes, pumpkins. Well, same thing. Spinach. I have an indoor garden. That way, the contaminants in the air and the water, and then I filter my water. Can't touch what you grow. So many things. So many things. So, do you feel that what's it going to take to get you on the winning side, the winning side of love, the winning side of career growth, the winning side? What's it going to take? What's it going to be? What is what? Diane, are you there? Hello, hello. Diane, I'm here. Thank you for the love, Diane. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you for the love. I really appreciate it. When you have your question, just type it out and we'll get on it. We'll get on it. Hey, Diane, are you around? I feel like I'm going to make myself a coffee. So I'm going to boil some water and make myself a French press coffee. And so you just type your question. And I'll be right back. I'll be right back in coffee. I'm going to write a note. And Hey. Hi, Diane. How are you? Thank you very much. Of course, of course. Diane, can you wait like 3 minutes? I just want to make myself a quick coffee. It's a French press thing. It won't take me more than a couple minutes. Can you do that? Definitely. Let me get some coffee first, okay? I'll be right back. And thank you again for the love. Hold on. Okay, back. Okay, do I see you relocating to another state? I was thinking the same thing myself, you know? Let me know when you're back. Here I am. I'm here. So let me know when you're back. My coffee. Are you back? She moved to another state. More specifically. Well, do you feel, Diane? Do you feel yourself like doing better someplace else? That's the number one question. Do you feel yourself doing better someplace else? And it's not just an illusion. No, we're looking at something that. Do you see yourself doing better in another state? Away from the familiar into the unfamiliar. Where only your natural, when you go to a place that you haven't been before or relocating, it's like a different type of energy for sure. And your innate abilities seem to sprout more leaves, more growth. That's okay. Okay, so you're here. Well, let's talk about like moving. Moving is transition. Moving is big change. Moving is new growth. Moving is disassociation and newness. Disassociating yourself from the past and going to the new stuff. And that's good. That's good. I'm one of those almost like Rolling Stone type people. It's just in my DNA. I understand that very well. I understand the need to go, the need to. I mean, some people can spend their whole life in one place, others, no. So let's see. Can I see? Now, let me ask you a question, Diane. Is this for just the simple fact of moving to a new fertile grounds, like in terms of career, in terms of love, or is it in terms of spiritual growth? Growth. Is it growth? Is it growth? Is it adventure or is it growth? That's the question. Is this for growth or for adventure? We have to ask ourselves that. Let's assume, is it this for growth? Moving, growth. Is this for to make yourself a better person? That you feel, obviously, you feel that moving to another state could make you a better person. It will reawaken certain natural things of you. It does. Moving does. It's like a haven. It's like you're like a butterfly coming out of your metamorphosis. You're changing into something that you want to be. And new territory helps. New territory is essential. Sometimes people do not want to let go where you are in one place. They do not want to let go of the old self, the self that they want you to be conforming, you've conformed to. Like we all conform to a certain degree. Even our opinions and what we say, how we dress. I mean, we're conforming to fit in. And then sometimes we realize we don't fit in. We don't fit in. We don't fit in. We don't fit in. Now, do I see you moving to another state? Let's see now. Let's take some random cards. And we could do, let's see now. Let's take 2 decks. Let's take this deck, my favorite, and these are both my favorites. So let me take 4 cards of this. So you're beginning to feel a little stagnant. Adventure and growth. I think that we all don't grow at the same pace, and we all don't have the same need to grow. That's another thing. And I think that what's happening with humanity right now is we're seeing a lot of possibilities. We're seeing a lot of possibilities, and they don't come from fear and being intimidated and falling in line with what is being said. And to get to our strength, we need to push the envelope. We need to push ourselves. We need to, let's see, growth. Let me see what Pussycat is telling me. Let's see. Let me see. This one's coming. This one. All right. Okay. So I have 4 cards here of this one. Now let's see. All right. The death card. This is good. Change. The death of the old you and the birth of a new one. This is definitely a transformation. Death is a transformation card. Change. This goes in a direction of making the change. This is definitely transformation. You're at a transformation period. And look at this. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Knight of Swords. This is this pussycat and this owl taking the ride. Flight, the Knight of Swords, communicating. You probably are not being heard and not being appreciated for your particular energy level. You are not being given the platform that you need. So you're in the mood for, look, we have flight and we have transformation. And then we have hassles. You're feeling defensive about having to explain your situation. It could be where you are now. You're having to defend yourself over and above what you consider, any normal person would consider, is none of your business. I guess your departure would be, people are wondering, why are you wanting to move? Why are you wanting to relocate? But everything in your being, in your system, in yourself tells you it's time. And here is the work card. In other words, you can grow better, you can work better, you can love better. It seems to me that there is definitely, there's definitely impetus, reason for you to leave, for your growth, No. I think you would have a better life to move. Now let's examine some of this. All right, I'm going to change the deck, and we're going to I'm going to change the deck, and let's examine this this 7 of Swords. Let's examine this, because this seems to be, everything else is flight. Death is transformation. We have here the Knight of Swords. Again, look at it. It's like, let's get out of here. We can think better, speak freer. We can think better. We can communicate better if we leave. Someplace is this is not our place. And then we have the work card, which we can live our lives better. There's more opportunity. There's more opportunity elsewhere, of course. Now let's look at this 7 of Wands, okay? Let's go and look at this hassle. Let's get into this one a little bit. Why now? Is this the opposition to us leaving? To you leaving? Is this a fear element? This is something that you have to be defensive about. Now, why do you have to defend yourself if it's your life and you're doing what you want to do? And this is important to do for your own personal growth, to be as strong and capable as you possibly can. So why are we having anybody else, another source, telling us to be on guard? In other words, that's almost like the fear element, the fear of the unknown. And why are you want to rock the boat? Why aren't we enough? Why? And you're having to do some explaining. And why should you explain your system, your life? It's your life. All right. I'm going to take this card here. Now, this is another 4 cards. And we're going to see what this 7 of Wands is. All right, let's go. 7 of Wands. All right, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles, which is opportunity. Opportunity. Maybe someone who you feel someone feels that you're going to like know more people. You're going to open a door. You're going to open a door that they have not opened for you, or you're going to get more opportunities. And that's why maybe there is a defensiveness about wanting to have new things, new experiences. And then we have the stability, the security, the 4 of Wands. Well, maybe you can find, so that's love. Let's just look at the whole thing first. We have here, and justice. Justice. Look at this. This is all about this 7 of Wands, which is defensive. Someone seems to think that you can have a better life, and they go, and they're questioning the fact that you know that you can feel in your cells on a cellular level that you were going to have a better life if you go away, if you move. And they're like, just, why should you have that? Why? Why? And these are all the reasons for you. The Ace of Pentacles, justice, matrimony, security, and newness. Newness. Look at this. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Pentacles. And we have a High Court, justice, and we have the 4 of Wands. These are all the reasons that you're being defensive about, and these are all the reasons that people are like ganging up on you, or just trying. Some of them may not be all that excited about you wanting to leave, because this would put you in a whole new situation, a whole new set of opportunities. I would say that you're in for a transformation of a good kind. Disregard your defensive, your hesitation. Disregard it, because look at all the things that could happen. Stability, opportunities, and that you deserve justice in this case is like you paid your dues. You paid your dues. You have good ideas, and you're not being appreciated where you are. And it's time to put yourself in a place where you can transform your present reality. Get on that white owl and just go for it. Go for it. And that you can find more workable situation, a better chance of living the way you want to live, not the way somebody else wants you to live, or more comfortable. Let's put it this way. When people see you day in and day out, they have a certain comfort life, comfortable viewpoint of you. And then when you go ahead and you change it all, oh my goodness, so-and-so is not happy. So and so is like making changes. Forget it. Because of those changes, some good changes coming. Some good changes. And you're prepared to put in the work to get those changes, which very few people really want to like explore. But don't forget about it. We're talking about you, and only you. Growth and adventure are it's like the sunshine and the water of growth, of, of like nature, of life. You've got to have something to look forward to. You've got to have what you need to have. You can do without it for a certain period of time, but not endlessly. So you need to have transformation. You need to put an N, as in this death card, the end of something and the beginning of another thing, another path. You need to take flight. You need to go. You need to go so you can have fulfillment. The possibilities are there for a better life. And all you have to do is move. Move. Everything that I see in this, don't be held back. Keep your resolve. Stay firm. Because this is the end of 2024. Let's start the new year. New thoughts, new growth, new people, new scenes. And there's nothing wrong with having adventure. There's nothing wrong. I mean, it's the adventure is salt, the salt of the earth, the salt of everything. And you're entitled to want to have your life the way you want it. You're under no obligation but for yourself first. Because once you're happy, people are happy around you and they can grow from your light that you have achieved. You're welcome. And thank you very much for your support. But go for it. Go for it. Don't hold back. As remember, yeah, the first thing we got was this death card, which is death is transformation, the end of, the end of. Put the rest of this, put where you are right now, put all that stuff in the graveyard and begin, take flight, take flight, take flight. And yeah, you're willing to put in the work. You're willing to put in the work. And the rewards of the naysayers, they don't want to see you getting newness, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and security. For some reason, they like Diane, the old Diane. Be the new Diane, the new person, the new person. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes, okay? I'm looking forward to hearing from you again. Go for it. Come back anytime you want, and go for it. Because humans, we can do a lot of things. We can do a lot of things, but people hold us back because they feel comfortable. I don't know why. I want to see everybody like just blossom, be, not just like, tethering by like, like a fish in the sea and looking for bait. No, I'm saying like go there and grow. Go there and grow. All right, just go there and grow. Something. There's something that awaits you that's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. I like it. I like it. There's something that's there for you that's pretty good. That's damn good. Really. And it's a lot better. I don't see any. When we look under the seven of wands, defending. I don't see anything like anything but positive. Go for it. Go for it. Right? Right? Comfortable is overrated. Yeah, I know. I mean, I see people that I know that have been in the same place, I mean, decade after decade. And I find it hard to have conversation. I find it very hard to have conversation. And comfort, how can you be comfortable with like so much kinetic energy all over the place? We're in the age of discovery, and if we don't snap up and get to be our top form, it's our survival is at stake. I mean, you have people trying to tell you blah 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 blah, right? But wait a minute. You got to make sure first of all that your brain is like top speed, and it's hard to be in top speed when people are on autopilot, and that's comfortable. Comfortable is autopilot. Now, I would love to have some more security in my life, true, but at the same time, I have to be challenged. I have to learn. I have to like be inquisitive. I have to see, this is, you got to get out there and embrace living. This is a lot of things going on. A lot of things. A lot of things. Humanity is moving in such high speed of development. We are really advancing to something that it's happening so fast. Pussycat, no. That's my gray and white pussycat wants to come up, but there's a candle here. No. We're moving so fast that no, pussycat, don't come up. Whoops. Here comes this big cat and he put his gazoobos in your face. That was my pussycat. My huge pussycat. Now, humanity is moving extremely fast. And they're just like being cute. The forces that are restricting forces are saying AI. And I go, boo-hoo. Because for artificial intelligence, there's natural intelligence. And natural intelligence in the human race has been underscored for millenniums. Underscored. Also, too, we also have intelligence, spirits, entities, beings. We're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. So let's just call that I. Intelligence. And certain people, humans, have more intelligence than others. They have more, and I don't mean IQ. This is not IQ and, smarts. No. Any more than your machine has smarts. Your machine has data collection, of which they've been collecting for about 100 years or more. I mean, actually, if you go back to antiquity, which only a few people are really privy to, they've been collecting that stuff for a long time. So all these variables are like in machines, the equations, the logarithms, stuff like that. However, what they can't predict, they can predict to a certain degree. They can tell what kind of frequency the humans who are alive are operating at. Are you operating on a gamma frequency, a beta frequency, deltoid? Are you a high frequency, medium frequency, or low frequency? Now, those are the things that in the game of existence, the game of control, that they have the control factor on. They control you with sound, they control you with light, they control you with everything and anything. And too often we get caught up in that. We get caught up in that mishmash of control. However, are we winning? No, they don't want you to win. You're not in the control factor. It's all about somebody else turning the heat up or turning the heat down. In other words, we're being manipulated into whatever snake pit, snake hole, box, jar it's available. We're almost like the genie in the jar. Our NI, our natural intelligence, is vast. You don't have to have a position in society to reflect your frequency level. You could be cleaning. You could be like cleaning office buildings and have one of the highest frequencies ever, because that's what your choice is. Your choice and your particular path in life is. So it has nothing to do with like getting accolades from people. Oh, that's the famous so and so and so and so and so and so and blah blah blah. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about winning. We're talking about natural intelligence, natural psychokinesis, clairvoyancy. These are all natural to humanity, not the special. We're talking about people who develop these sets of awareness. And why can't you? Why can't I? Why can't everyone operate on a higher frequency level? Number one, we do know just instinctively that if we raise the frequency level of humanity, we will be manageable. We'll have too many variables, and then all of a sudden AI, the machine data collection that goes on around us constantly, will exasperate. No, no, no. Every time we hear, oh, this could do this so much more faster, the computer can do it so much faster than we can. Listen, what is the goal of collecting a whole lot of data, useless data, that's not going to really serve our purpose? And there are books. Okay, we wouldn't have books. Oh, you don't need books. You know why they say you don't need books? Because you can't change a book as fast as you could change something digital. That's all. And then when you keep changing it, who's changing these facts? Control, control, control. The whole idea is to make humanity, I'm just a weak and naked little hairless boogaboo, boogaboo. What do I know? For the majority of people, you're just a little weak boogaboo, and they want to make you feel inadequate, incapable. But we know, our guts, our cells know that we are not a bugaboo. We're something else. We're something else. Capable, caring, empathetic. We don't want to see our people who are different from us, the real us, the real us, dead, destroyed. We don't want to see civilizations, our lineage mucked up. However, intelligence around us may want to, spirits, the other beings, the other intelligence may want to see humanity crippled forever because we're getting too sharp. We're getting to be aware that, hey, wait a minute. Just because you live in a different country and you dress different and your language is different, does that make me or you better than me? I mean, are you entitled to better food? Am I entitled to better food? Are you trying to, colonialize me, colonize me? Uh-huh. You gotta what is the aspiration? Are we setting ourselves up for interspecies, extra species, extra extraterrestrial species take over? I mean, there's a lot of things going on. And right now we have word phrases that stop your growth. Like, don't do this, don't do that. Oh, that's so. Already in a whiny type voice tone. And then we listen to it and we get nervous and we get this and that. Am I doing the right thing? Am I winning? Am I winning control of my life? To me, am I steering myself in the right path? Am I on the right career move? Am I on the right love mood? Is this all there is? These are all the questions, all the things that we have to ask ourselves. Okay, so who you were 5 years ago, you could change. I mean, every 7 years you get a new cellular set. Every 7 years, our bodies rebirth. Every inch of it is rebirth. And I guess if we just concentrate, we can do so much more. We can do so much more than just on a non-awareness level. Don't let age, don't let sex, gender, or anything stand in the way of your progress. Don't let the fact that you have this and you have that, or you had this and you had that, stand in the way of what you want to do. Grow, learn, seek out opportunities. Seek out opportunities. And people who are comfortable with you on the level that you're not comfortable with yourself, beware. Beware, because they have an agenda. And sometimes very meaningful people in your life have agendas for you. And they seem to be irritated if you don't follow their advice. That's true. That's true. And what do we do in a situation like that? Well, it's your life. Your life. You can't live your life to please someone else. You have to be true to your development. And yes, nobody's here. No one's here by themselves. That's true. Not really by yourself. I mean, you can feel very alone inside, but familiarity, besides breeding contempt, is the knitting of any community. And when something wants to break away, someone wants to do something different, it sends ripples through security. Security. Alert, alert, security. So when they're saying all this, whatever, you have to make changes. You have to, first of all, don't be afraid to think. Don't be afraid to like hypothesize what your life could be and what your life will be and what do you want. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear rule you. Don't let fear. Take chances. Take chances. Because that's all you have in life is a chance. A chance to be who and what you really are. That's what that makes the complexity of being human. Do you think you can actually like tap into our inner and more vital abilities besides touch, sight, etc.? It's out there. It's out there. It's in here. It's around us. Our ether, our intelligence, our natural abilities, our natural intelligence is vast and great and untapped. Our natural intelligence is so great that immediately when you become like a little kid, they put you in institutions called schools because they have to clamp it. They have to clamp it. They have to hold it steady and guide it. Nah, not really. Not really. So when you want to do something, you take yourself at a certain age and you go, whoa, development. And you go, I want to, I can win. I can do this. I can do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can make that career move. You can make that love move. Why not? Why not? So if anybody wants a reading, hey, I'm here. I'm here. And we can explore your particular situation, your particular wanting, needing, your particular need of fulfillment. What do you need to do?